my name is Abigail, and today we are going to be working on something a little bit different. Typically, I would prefer to start one task and complete it all the way through, but today is busy. We have lots of different recipes on the go today, so if you'd like to see what I get up to in the kitchen today, just keep on watching. As you might be able to see just back here, I have my first loaf of sourdough bread fresh out of the oven. My second loaf is in the oven, baking through. We have some sourdough rolls, some sourdough dinner rolls, sourdough cinnamon rolls. We have started the process of our spiced apple butter.
And here you can see me going through our 10 pounds of apples, just peeling, slicing, and coring them all to go on to the next step.
So while our bread is baking, we're going to go ahead and start on the next project. I'm going to get all of my jars washed so that we can jar up our spiced apple butter and get it ready to water bath can. These I'm so excited about. I'm going to be using these tiny little quarter-pint jars because I want to turn this spiced apple butter into a really fun homemade stocking stuffer for Christmas this year, and I think people will really appreciate it. So the quarter pint is the perfect size. It won't take up too much space in the stocking, and you'll be able to divvy it out to more people. So yeah, I'll go give these a wash.
So like I said before, we're going to be multitasking through multiple different recipes today. Now I'm just working on our sourdough bread, getting our second loaf in the oven, scoring it up, and just getting that ready to go. Right now I'm just going ahead and following the sourdough bread recipe that I shared in my very first video. We're just going to go ahead and put that in the oven for 18 minutes at 500, then decreasing the temperature to 470 and cooking that for 15 minutes until it comes out of the oven all perfect and golden brown. And here we have loaf 2 fresh out of the oven. I just love being able to make bread like this on a weekly basis. It's just so nice to be able to take simple ingredients and make something so delicious for my family and friends.
So next up on the to-do list is to bake our sourdough dinner rolls. Now, I know I didn't show you how to make these, but these are actually so simple, and if you would like a recipe, I'll make another video about them. But they're so easy, so delicious, and it's time to put them in the oven. So let's get to baking these ones. They bake at 350, I believe, but let me double check. Yes. So the sourdough dinner rolls are going in the oven at 350 for 25 minutes. We have to let it come up to 350 first. So our oven is preheated to 350, so now it's time to pop our sourdough dinner rolls into the oven, and we're going to cook them for 25 minutes.
Now it's officially time to get on to the project I'm the most excited about for sure. It is the apple butter. This has been on my to-do list for quite some time, or my wish to-do list, I'm not sure. But yeah, so I was actually surprised just how easy this was. The recipe was the 10 pounds of apples that you previously saw me peeling and put into the crock pot. Then following all of those apple slices being put into the crock pot, you add half a cup of water to the bottom just to prevent scorching, and you let that cook for a very long time. Originally the recipe said 8 hours, but it went 8 hours and then overnight and then some the next morning. So you have to be patient with this for sure, but patience provides some of the best products. So then after the apples are soft enough that you can stir, you're just going to go ahead and add the 4 cups of sugar. And yes, I know it sounds like a lot of sugar, but this is an apple jam. So 4 cups of sugar. Then you have your 4 teaspoons of cinnamon and 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. Let that mix and cook all together until it is this beautiful brown color, and trust me, it is delicious. We are going to be sharing this with our friends and family as stocking stuffers this Christmas, and I'm sure we are going to have some very happy people.
And here we have our sourdough dinner rolls fresh out of the oven with a nice golden brown top. Next in the oven is our sourdough cinnamon rolls, one of my husband's favorites. So this one is actually super easy because the dough recipe is actually the same recipe as the dinner rolls. We've just added the cinnamon roll filling. So that's what those look like right now. And now we're gonna go pop that in the oven. Same temp, same time because it's the same dough recipe. But yeah, so 350 for 25 minutes. An important step with the dinner rolls is you want to take some butter and brush it on the top, or in this case, I'm just going to take the stick and rub it on the top, but it helps keeps the tops of the rolls really soft. Yeah, I'm just going to peel the wrapper back a little bit, grab my oven mitt, and then just lightly brush the tops with the butter. Now those are all done. So we have our sourdough bread already, our sourdough dinner rolls already. I finished up jarring our spiced apple butter. I have, not 24, I have 12 of these quarter pints. And then I had to break out some extra jars. I have 6 of these, I think they're half pints. They're just a wide mouth half pint. But yeah, so these are all ready. I did the vinegar on the rim to clean it up, added the lids and the rings, and this is going to be ready to can. I don't think I'm ready to can it right now, just because we have so much going on. I think I'll wait until after the cinnamon rolls are done to can this, or maybe later in the evening. And here are the cinnamon rolls straight out of the oven. I'll get closer to give you a better look. Look how delicious these look. Because they're straight out of the oven, they're piping hot, so we're gonna let these cool, and that will be a treat for my husband when he gets home. Brought up my big 23-quart pot and an extra little metal tray because we are going to try and water bath can all of these at one time. So I think we'll start out with the 6 of the wide mouth half pints on the bottom and then add the quarter pints on top. Alright, so that was the 6 of the half pints. We'll put our extra metal tray on top. So now we can get another layer of jars. So then we're just going to add all of these little quarter pints. I forgot to add water. take my pot over with all of the jars in it and then fill it so that the water is covering all of the jars. So now I just turn that on high to start the process of boiling the water. And we just put the lid on and we're just gonna wait for it to come up to a boil, and then we just water bath can this for 10 minutes. Our 10-minute timer went off for the 10 minutes required to can this, and then I set an additional 15-minute timer. It's nice to just go ahead and let it sit in the warm water, bring down the temperature slowly because it helps prevent siphoning. So now that the 15-minute timer that we turned on is done, I'm gonna go ahead and use my little gripper thing here, and we're gonna go ahead and take all of our jars out of the canner. So first is the lid. You do want to be careful, everything is very hot. So we'll bring this over here closer, and then just go ahead and take all the jars out. Do you hear the popping? Alright, so that's all of the jars out of the canner, and I'll go ahead and give you guys a closer look at everything we got done today. Very, very productive evening. I'm really happy with that. We got one batch of cinnamon rolls done, one batch of sourdough dinner rolls, 2 loaves of the sourdough bread, and 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 jars of spiced apple butter. I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and spend the rest of the evening cleaning my house and my kitchen, just so that we can get everything put back together, just as it was before. And yeah, I just wanted to say thank you so much for spending time with me this evening. It's super fun for me to spend time in the kitchen, just working away on projects. If you like videos like this, please consider subscribing. There's going to be more videos like this in the future. But yeah, I'll just give you a quick look at what we got accomplished this evening, and I'll go ahead and say bye, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!